You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the solid and I show her. She could never get a piece holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Bass up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating, why the temple? Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commanding to get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I was stalking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Backstage.
Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll poly grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they fouled the dugout. like Maury. I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gone on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the storm in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the storm in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Lightness in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the storm in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the storm in my whole life. My whole life.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog.
in my blood slim, it won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms, watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5, I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Okay, we 12. There we go. Shalom Israel, this is ISUBK, started on West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the Commander Junior Harlem. We've been established since 1969, and we ain't affiliated with any other fake Hebrew Israelite group out there, Christian Church, Islam, or any other wicked religion organization out there. The ISUBK is the home of the truth, and we are the only organization that is authorized to teach this Bible. Now, we're going to get into tonight about separation. The Lord ordered us to separate because we got a group of people, black people, right? You know, that say they speak for us, but they really don't because they beggars. They beggars. And what I mean by beggars, going to the oppressor to beg, to change his laws, to change his gun rights. Far as the thing that we need to change, any change that we need to change ourselves. We don't need the oppressor to change what's going on. Only the people that can change is us. Instead of going to the oppressor and begging and begging and begging and begging, all they doing is ignoring us. How much longer are we going to beg, man? How much longer are we going to beg? How much? Because the Tennessee 2, speaking of the Tennessee 2, man, now I'm not, they say Tennessee 3, no, it's Tennessee 2, because them two brothers got it spelled with that devil, I forgot her name that fast, Gloria Johnson, that's her name, Gloria Johnson, that broad. She didn't get expelled. She didn't get expelled. And that's crazy because they expelled Justin Jones and Justin Pearson. Two young black men that's lawmakers, which shouldn't be in Esau's political party, the Democrats. So they Democrats. So they pro-abortion. Yeah, they pro-abortion. Because if you're a Democrat, you pro-abortion. Yeah, you pro-abortion. Voted for, along with the hate crime bill with the Asians. The Democrat Party, man, they such an evil entity. Now, I'm not see what I like about the Republicans, which I don't give a damn about either party. But what I like about the Republicans, they show it. They show it. They show their racism. They open with the racism. And that's what I like about the Republican Party. These stinking Democrats get on my nerves. They want to quiet. They want to whine and all that. Man, look, if you racist, man, look, I like my racism up and up front. Show me that you racist. Show me that you don't like me. Show me. Don't be like, oh, well, we your friends and all this stuff, and then you stab me in my back. One thing I can say about the Republicans, they open with their racism. They ain't hiding it. They let you know that they racist. They let you know. And that's what I can respect about the Republican Party, that they open with their racism. They open. And I believe that's why Donald Trump went from Democrat to Republican. Because Donald Trump is an open racist. At least he's open with it. He's up front. Democrats, they act so soft, but they close with their racism. I think the Democrats are way worse. The Democrats are way worse. If you want to know what a snake in the grass is, just look at the Democrats. Look at Joe Biden. Joe Biden, boy, responsible for the 94 crime bill where all the Negroes is locked up. The 3-strike law, part of that with Bill Clinton. Now look at his son, a full-fledged crackhead, man. Full-fledged crackhead. And you mean to tell me that these Democrats are for us? Don't get me wrong. They my brothers. I love them to death, but they off. Because they're not teaching us. They're not teaching the people to separate. They want to join. They want to fight. Let's fight. If them two brothers was righteous, then they would fight what's going on in the black community. Instead of fighting just for gun rights, they'll fight for abortions. They'll fight for drugs. They'll fight for the gun violence, black on black crime, gang violence, prostitution. They will be fighting for all the issues and problems in the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians if those brothers was righteous. If those brothers knew the law of God, then they will understand that they will fix the problems of their people, not everybody. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's wrong what happened, to the school that happened, the school shooting that happened here, but hey, that still ain't got nothing to do with black people. That's white on white crime, man. White people, that's their problem. That's their issue. We have enough issues. We don't need to be trying to feel sorry for white on white crime. We don't need to be feeling sorry for them. Excuse me. We don't need to be feeling sorry for what white people do to white people. We need to be feeling sorry for what black people do to black people. That's what we should care about. That is our priority. Our priority is not what goes on in these white schools. That is not our priority. They're not coming and shooting black kids. They're not coming in the black kids and black schools and shooting up black kids. They're not doing that. So that's not our problem. Oh, sorry. Be a second. Slovakia. All right, I'm back. Slovakia. But where was I? All right, now we're gonna watch this video right here. And let me see.
Voters in their districts voted them into office, and now you have Republican.
Nope.
That's what they get paid to do, to represent the.
Give me a second.
Of the state house, so clearly they had that for represent.
That's not it. These brothers.
Even when they put us on lynch.
Now, I'm gonna turn the camera around. A second. Let me see. This. See it. See how it looks on TV. I mean, the camera. Slovakia is kind of far, but it's the TV. All right. Now, play that. Oh, shoot.
Even when they. Oh, glory.
Now, this is Justin Jones. I mean, Justin Peterson, Slovakia. He's the Senate of Nashville, Tennessee.
And brings him to an institution built by enslaved people's hand.
I mean, this Justin Jones, Slovakia.
Who brings those who've been marginalized and excluded into this place and tells them that you still have a voice, that you still are somebody, and that the movement for love and justice cannot be stopped because we've still got a heartbeat, because we've still got a movement for love that needs us.
Now, this brother Justin.
All you who still believe that the best days for democracy are ahead.
Now, this brother Justin Peterson, I mean Justin Jones, he's a a preacher. I guess he's supposed to be a preacher or something, or whatever he is. He does something, but he's trying to speak like he's Martin Luther King, like he's a how can I say, a civil rights leader. But we don't have no more civil rights leaders. So he's trying to speak like how the civil rights leaders used to speak. But, you know how brothers do. They think they can, be like the civil rights movement. But what the civil rights movement was about, it wasn't about, they didn't go and beg. They went and marched for jobs before Martin Luther King came and hijacked it. Martin Luther King and his colleagues. But the original civil rights movement was about jobs. So I guess he's trying to be like a political speaker or something. I don't know. But let's continue. Excuse me.
For all of you who still believe that our better days in Tennessee are ahead, I want to tell you that I still believe with you. And how is it that even now amidst persecution, on this Holy Week, after my own brother Justin Jones, Representative Jones, gets expelled from the House, is it that we still have hope and faith?
Okay, this Justin Peterson.
Democracy of Tennessee.
Lucky. I be getting them mixed up sometimes.
That you still have hope, you descendant of enslaved people? How is it that you still have hope? Well, it's because even from the bottom of slave ships, my people did My people didn't quit, even when they incarcerated us, locked us up for a crack cocaine epidemic created by President Ronald Reagan from the war in South America. My people didn't quit, even when they defunded our schools, separated us and called us colored and white, even when they put us on lynching trees in the state of Tennessee, specifically in Shelby County. My people didn't quit. Even now, our own brothers and sisters lay to rest because of the failure of people in positions of power to do something. Because people are refusing to pass just laws to end the epidemic of gun violence in the state of Tennessee. My people have yet to quit. And so even now, amidst this vote, amidst this persecution, I remember the good news. Hallelujah, Jesus. I remember that on Friday, the government decided that my Savior Jesus, a man that was innocent of all crimes except fighting for the poor, fighting for the marginalized, fighting for the LGBTQ community, fighting for the...
Oh my God. Did this? I know this Negro did not say that Christ fights for LGBTQ. See, this is the problem. This is why we should not follow politicians. This is why we should not follow. Let me go back. What did he just say? I know I
decided that my Savior Jesus.
So he bring Christ into it, right?
Of all crimes except fighting for the poor, fighting for the marginalized, fighting for the LGBTQ community, fighting
for
those
my God.
who are single mothers, fighting for those who are ostracized, fighting for those pushed to the periphery. My Savior, my black Jesus.
Hold on.
Fighting for the LGBTQ community, fighting for those who are single. Then my Savior Jesus, a man that was innocent of all crimes except fighting for the poor, fighting for the marginalized, fighting for the LGBTQ community, fighting.
This is why the Lord said that he in Jeremiah 23:1 that he are against these pastors, because this is ridiculous. Christ did not fight for LGBTQ, man. Christ was against the LGBTQ community, man. It is against the law in the scriptures to be a homosexual. He had just sat there and he just blasphemed Christ and said that Christ is fighting for LGBTQ. But let's keep on going. This is why in the UPK, this is why in the ISUPK, we tell black people, don't depend on these politicians because they are liars.
For those who are single mothers, fighting for those who are ostracized, fighting for those pushed to the periphery.
And this Negro supposed to be a damn so-called preacher.
He was lynched by the
with that roll bounce afro.
They thought that all hope had been lost. The outside it rained and it thundered and everybody said everything was over. And it was some black women who stood at the cross. It was some black women who watched what the government did to that boy named Jesus. They were witnesses, as you have been witnesses to what is happening in the anti-democratic state of Tennessee. They were witnesses to what was going on, and I got to tell you, it got quiet on Saturday. Yes, I tell you, it was a sad day on Saturday. All hope seemed to be lost. Representatives with
this Justin Peterson, Justin J. Peterson. He's over Memphis. I think he's over Memphis.
Gun lobbyists might win. But that was good news for us. I don't know how long this Saturday in the state of Tennessee might last. But we have good news, folks. We've got good news that Sunday always comes. Resurrection is a promise, and it is a prophecy. It's a prophecy that came out of the cotton fields. It's a prophecy that came out of the lynching tree. It's a prophecy that still lives in each and every one of us in order to make the state of Tennessee the place that it ought to be. So
this is why religion and state do not go together. This is why religion and governments do not go together. They don't. Come on now, like look at this, brother, man. How are you a politician / pastor And you talking about Jesus like these damn Republicans give a damn about what you talking about. They the devil the Bible speak of, man. They don't give a damn about what you talk about. Then look at these old fools and they're sitting next to them. The NAACP. These old Negroes. This is why the Lord said, this is why the Lord told us to separate from the heathen. Separate from our enemies. Never trust our enemies, man. This brother right here is an enemy to black people, man. He put blasphemy on Christ. And look at these old fools. Look at them. Ridiculous. And they just sitting there. Knowing they want to say hallelujah and everything. Like they in church. And this Negro quoting Christ with that roll bounce afro he got in his head.
And we will never quit.
We're voting on House Resolution 63. All those in favor vote aye when the bell rings. Those opposed vote no. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote?
That is ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. This is why we should not trust these damn politicians, man. They are not for us. They're not. Now, we're going to pull up Justin Jones. Oh, Salaki.
Even when they put
when Wingstop made a chicken sandwich,
Salaki.
you know they would make just one. Now you can have 12 sauce and toss favorites like lemon pepper, mango habanero, and OG hot.
I can't even
So
skip
try
it.
the chicken sandwich at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
I'm over 45. I realize I'm no spring chicken.
I know.
Republican Speaker Cameron Sexton defended this.
Salaki, wrong one.
Let's stand for democracy. And it took the two youngest members in our party.
Makers just ousted from the House chamber.
Now this is
Thank you for
Justin
joining
Jones.
us. I want to start with your response to the Republican House Speaker Sexton, who said the reason Representative
Now watch what he
Johnson
said.
kept her position was because she didn't scream into the megaphone like you and Mr. Pearson did. Do you buy that, or do you think this was an example of racism?
I mean, I'm someone who worked in that building for this year, and we know what racism is. We know that's what we experience every day as when we were representatives. And if that were the case, why would they bring up the resolution to expel Representative Johnson in the first place? I mean, this was to put on a spectacle. It was to show to the nation how ridiculous our...
Salaki, that's the wrong video. Where's that video I was just watching? Salaki, give me a second.
Back now with the shocking scene in Nashville last week as the Tennessee House of Representatives.
Back for a vote, but Representative Pearson, when you took to the floor with the bullhorn, you say you knew it would be violating decorum rules, but did you have any idea that the backlash would be like this from your colleagues?
No, we had no idea that what we were doing would break a rule that could lead to our possible expulsion or our actual expulsions. What we were doing was listening to voters who said that we need to listen to the people who want to have gun safety laws. We need to stop the epidemic of gun violence, and we need to stop the proliferation of weapons in our communities in addition to our schools. This was a tragedy that happened at the Covenant School in Nashville, but instead of addressing the tragedy, the Republican supermajority in Tennessee decided that using our First Amendment right to listen to the thousands of protesters deserved expulsion.
Representative Jones, when did you realize that you may actually lose your job over this?
I think the escalation that we saw was when the House Speaker Cameron Sexton went on national news and lied and compared this to January 6th insurrection. That was the escalation where we started hearing these calls for expulsion because he mischaracterized what we did at protests to try to end gun violence with the violent, events on January 6th.
So you brought a bullhorn to the floor, and then the next day I was talking to Representative Johnson. The next day something happened that one would argue was worse decorum than what happened when you brought the bullhorn. Tell me about that.
We walked to the floor of the well because we were being silenced by the speaker and by people in positions of power who weren't listening to the thousands of people who showed up to the Capitol saying to do something. We walked to the well of the floor in a peaceful protest because we know that there is a way to end and to prevent gun violence from happening. And the Republican Party in Tennessee would rather try to put more guns and security officers in schools than solutions. And right now, what we are...
So this whole thing is about fighting for gun rights. So they got it. So these two brothers got expelled for fighting for gun rights. Let me tell you something. What these brothers don't understand about Esau is blessed with the sword. Esau is not changing them gun laws. Esau is not changing them gun laws for nobody. And plus, we living in the state of Tennessee where everybody loves guns. State of Tennessee, shoot, you better not take a gun from a redneck. They gonna go to war with that on their AR-15. They love their guns here. They love their guns here. But let's continue.
Is the erosion of our democracy. What we are seeing is an attack not only on the First Amendment, but the erosion of our democracy that should be of concern to everybody, regardless of political party.
But the next day,
what he was referring to was the incident with this. Remember when they...
Now this devil here is Gloria Johnson. She was the other Republican, I guess, House of Representatives, whatever the hell she is. She was with these two brothers. So when these two brothers got expelled, she kind of fell back. So she didn't yell into the mic until after these brothers start getting, what they say, clout. So actually, she's actually getting the glorification of what these two brothers did was stand up against the Republicans and got expelled. But she still got her job, though. She still got her job. And then this is ridiculous. This is why we should not be politicians. We should not even try to be in Esau's, government system or being in the House of Representatives, the mayor or whatever. We should even join Esau's police department. But this devil here, she's getting fame off these two brothers, like Esau always do. They always breeding off of us. So let's keep playing.
Had our expulsions out, and the people in the gallery got vocal, and then the altercation that you had.
Right, so you actually got shot. Representative Lafferty from Knoxville, in response to me trying to record the people in media being kicked out of the House gallery, snatched my phone and pushed me. And that obviously was a breach of decorum, but as we see, there's not accountability when it comes from people on their side. For us, for a mere act of nonviolent protest, immediate expulsion, but for an act of violence, an act of instigating a reaction, there's no remorse and no accountability.
And there was like a huddle on the floor of at least 15, I guess, legislators trying to separate people and that sort of thing. And that to me is far more disturbing than just...
Now, one thing you have to learn about the gun laws here in Tennessee, this is an open carry state. So you don't have to have a carry permit or a license to purchase a gun, long as you're not a felon. And you think these devils going to change that? Well, they can go buy them a firearm without a license, but they just can't be no felon. So you think that I'm giving these two brothers, they standing up against, you know, the oppressor, but they not doing it in a wise way. Because they only want to fight for gun rights, for what happened to that, you know, those children and those 3 adults in that school. But what about all the gun violence in the black community? What about the drugs in the black community? What about the prostitution, the police brutality, the police harassments, this child support system where they got black man on child support? You know, I'm talking about the black man that actually do for their kids, and they still get put on child support. I know plenty of brothers that take care of their kids and they on child support for no apparent reason. And it's ridiculous. But these brothers are just fighting for gun laws. If these brothers was righteous, they need to fight for all the issues that's going on in the black community. Instead of, you know, just fighting for gun rights. They're not going to change them gun laws for nobody. These devils love these guns. Esau is blessed with the sword. You can't tell Esau about nothing about that AR-15. Salakia.
Listening to the people and telling them that we see them and we are there for them.
And let's talk about the racial dynamic here, because a lot of people have noticed Representative Johnson is a white woman. You were not expelled. The 2 of you were expelled, and people are looking at this going, okay, what's really going on here? What do you take of all of this?
Yeah, we cannot ignore the racial dynamics that are undergirding actually this institution within the state capitol. And we really have to
see what these brothers don't understand, that the white man is the devil the Bible speak of. They don't understand, they don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding why them two got expelled. Because the white man is the devil the Bible speak of. He's supposed to be Justin Peterson, supposed to be a so-called preacher. He should know, if he reading in the scriptures, who the devil is and how the devil works. He should know that. They should expect to get kicked out, man. They should expect to get expelled. What these 2 brothers don't understand, that they are black men. They don't understand that they are black men. These brothers are Israelites. They don't know that they are Israelites. They just think it's a racial thing. No, this is who they are. They don't want y'all. These brothers don't understand that they don't want them even in the political office at all. That's why they got expelled so fast. But let's keep going.
Make sure that in this conversation we are not only addressing the racial dynamic, but why were expulsion papers filed on any of us? The reason was because we were advocating for an end of gun violence. We said we have to stand up to the National Rifle Association, the Tennessee Firearms Association, that is big donors and supporters of a lot of people in the Republican Party of Tennessee. We're here, and we were at papers filed and were expelled, not only because we had a peaceful protest, but it was what we were talking about, which was listening to the millions of Tennesseans who actually want to see change. That's what ended up happening, and going against that status quo that says you need to be silent and you need to be controlled by people in power, and you don't need to listen to your constituents like Larry Thorne and his mother. That is what got that resistance to the status quo, is what led to our expulsion.
I mean, I think there's no coincidence that the 2 youngest black lawmakers, I'm 27, Representative Pearson's 28, were kicked out by an almost entirely white 75-member caucus on strictly partisan lines. It was a political lynching. It was an attempt to make a spectacle and example out of us.
And you know what, brother, right? They got publicly lynched. They got lynched. They got lynched publicly on national TV. They got lynched. And what they should have known, like I said, if they knew the white man is the devil, then they would have understood why they got kicked out and why they got expelled. But this was what happened to these 2 brothers was a public lynching.
How dare you think you are equal? And what they're doing is, which the most egregious part, it's not about us, but it's about the 78,000 people each of us represent, predominantly black and brown constituents who have no voice on Capitol Hill right now, no one to do their constituent relations, no one to speak for them. It's about the people whose voices have now been suppressed. Their will, as duly elected lawmakers, we've been ousted, and now they have no representation on Capitol Hill.
Now let me tell you how much of a liar this brother is right here. Because if they was fighting for black people, they would have been fighting for more than just gun rights. We got a million issues that's going on in the black community right now. We got a million and one issues that's going on in the black community right now. If he was fighting for the black and brown community, then they would be talking about the gun laws and the gun violence in the black community, not what happened to that happened in that all-white school. They would have been talking about, they would have been fighting for abortions, which is the #1 killer of black people. They would have been talking about the police brutality. They would have been talking about the drugs, the prostitution that's going on in our neighborhoods, man. If they was fighting for black people. But pretty much these brothers are being selfish and they thinking about themselves, man. And they only fighting for the damn oppressor. They're not fighting for black people. But let's continue.
Go ahead,
and our
been ousted and now they have.
Oh, Salaki. Hold on.
I want a margarita.
Salaki.
See all the chewies.
I did not mean I pressed the wrong button. Salaki, sorry about Salaki for that. Okay, there we go. Go back.
It's about the people whose voices have now been suppressed. Their will, as duly elected lawmakers, we've been ousted and now they have no representation on Capitol Hill. Go ahead.
And our voters knew who we were. They knew that we were loud, we were vocal about the issues, and they voted for us for that very reason.
Now this devil here, if these brothers would have just understood that how much of a devil she is, then these brothers she wouldn't even be up there right now. But she getting fame and she getting clout off these brothers for what these brothers have done. Even though they got expelled, she's still getting fame off these brothers. If these brothers would have understood how much of a stab in the back devil she is, because if she was really for them and she was really fighting with them, then she would have got expelled too. But she still got her job. While these two brothers still fighting for theirs.
Knew that we were loud, we were vocal about the issues, and they voted for us for that very reason.
And just quickly in the time that we have left, your hopes of getting back there. I know you have to get back today for a vote. What's happening there?
So the city council is voting to reappoint Manuel Representative Pearson on Wednesday, the county commission in Shelby County. But the question is going to be if the speaker of the house, Cameron Sexton, is going to try to obstruct democracy once again. But my hope is not in Cameron Sexton or supermajority. It's in these young people who took to the Capitol and who really are transformational force for change in our state and across this nation.
I know you have a flight to catch. Justin J. Pearson, Justin Jones, and Tennessee Representative Gloria Johnson, we thank you, all three of you, for being here.
That is so disgusting. Salakia. That is so disgusting. Let me get back up here. Salakia. That was so disgusting, man. That is so disgusting. These brothers just need to come to the ISUBK. They need to speak to Commander Junior Hunter. Commander Junior Hunter would have gave these brothers a better solution instead of having this devil here. Man. These brothers would have had a better solution, man. A better solution. And this is why the Lord wants us to separate. Whatever happened in that school, hey, it's wrong for what whatever that thing is, that thing, because I don't want to get flagged, because they got protection, but that thing went in there and shot them kids and shot them 3 adults. That was wrong. But what these two brothers need to understand, that's white on white crime. It ain't got nothing to do with black people. Black people have been shooting at each other for every day. They shoot at each other every day. But an incident that happens at a public school, now these brothers want to step up. If these brothers was really fighting for black people, then they would have came out publicly publicly and would have said something a long time ago about gun rights. They would have said something a long time ago about gun rights. Esau is blessed with the sword. I'm gonna tell you, some dude not giving up his guns, man. He ain't giving them up. They ain't finna change no laws about no gun rights. So I get to be honest, the honest truth is that these brothers are really wasting their time by fighting gun rights for these, what happened to these devils in this school. They need to be fighting for abortions. What's in there? They Democrats. So they pro-abortion. So if these brothers was really fighting for black people, then they'll leave the Democrat Party. They will leave the Democrat Party. They wouldn't be sitting there, consider themselves as a Democrat and fighting for gun rights. They'll take that D off their name if they was really fighting for black people. If they was really fighting for black people, they would take that D off their name. Now, we're getting crunch time of the time, and we're going to get into some of these scriptures. We're going to go to, first, we're going to go to Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, man. Because we need to understand what the Lord said. Can't nobody say it better than the Lord can, because, man is so stupid. Man, we sit and we do stupid stuff. The Lord is smarter than man, way smarter than man. The white man, he think he just smarter than the Lord. Let me tell you something. The white man ain't smarter than a damn dog. A dog smarter than him. A dog is smarter than the white man. A pit bull is way smarter than a stinking, disgusting devil, the white man. So, we being idiots, following the white man, we being a dummy just like him. But we're going to go to Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, 12 and 10, and let's see what the Lord said. This is the book of Proverbs. That's a lot, not Proverbs. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. And the Lord said, never trust thy enemies. Never trust thy enemy. The Lord said, never trust thy enemy. So what the Lord is saying is, if these brothers want to fight and be Democrats, not only we shouldn't trust the Democrats, but we shouldn't trust these brothers neither, because they are enemy to black people. They are an enemy to black people. So if we can't trust, we already shouldn't trust the white man and the Democrat Party, then we shouldn't trust these Negroes neither. We shouldn't trust them because they're not fighting for us. Because if they was really fighting for us, they take that D off their name. And if they was really fighting for us, they would have been fighting for gun rights a long time ago, because black men die by guns every night. You got black people are overdosing on drugs. Why are these brothers not fighting about the drugs that's in the black community? Why are they not fighting for the fentanyl that's on the streets of black America right now? If they was fighting for black and brown. If they was fighting for black and brown, then they will be fighting about the drug problems that's going on in the black community. They'll be fighting about the gun violence, the gang violence, the car thievery, the robberies that's going on in the black community, man. They'll be coming up with better solutions for black people. If these brothers was really fighting for black and brown the black and brown community, man, then they'll be against abortions. Because abortions is the #1 killer of black people, man. The Lord said, man, do not trust our enemy, man. So we shouldn't trust these brothers neither. Because they ain't fighting for black people. I'm sorry to say it. These brothers are hypocrites. Not to tear them down, they my brothers, I love them, but I got to tell the truth. If these brothers was really fighting for black people, man, then they would just be fighting for more than just gun rights. You got black people dying off drugs, overdosing on drugs. You got black women going in abortion clinics and killing their babies, man. Killing their babies without remorse. Why are these brothers not fighting for abortions if they fighting for black people? They fighting against the Republicans, man. That don't mean that they are not fighting for us because they fighting against the Republicans. If they was fighting for us, they'd be fighting against the Democrats too. They'll be fighting against both parties. Slocky. What the Lord say? Never trust thy enemy like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. These brothers are wicked, man. What's that brother? Not Justin Jones, Justin Peterson. Put blasphemy on Christ's name, talking about he fighting for the LGBTQ. That's a goddamn lie, man. Because Christ was against homosexuality. The Lord is against homosexuality. He destroyed 5 cities. He literally demolished. He disintegrated. He disintegrated Sodom and Gomorrah. You go over there to Sodom, trying to find Sodom and Gomorrah in Africa. It's rubble. You can't find it. Full of homosexuals. And for this Negro to say that Christ is fighting for LGBTQ, are you serious right now? These brothers are hypocrites. Especially Justin Peterson. Christ ain't fighting for no homosexuals. Christ ain't with 2 men kissing. Christ ain't 2 women kissing either. He's not fighting for that. Christ didn't die for that. Christ didn't take them lashes and take that beating for a man to be loved, a man being with a man. Christ ain't take that beating for two women to be bumping box together. Christ ain't take that beating for that. He didn't. So these brothers are hypocrites. Because they're still Democrats and they still trying to fight and get their, I understand they're trying to get their job back. I understand that. You know, they in the world, they don't understand. I guarantee, you know, these brothers here are for abortion because they're Democrats. And they know that abortion is the #1 killer of black people. These brothers are hypocrites. Yeah, they fighting for gun rights. They making it look good. But if they was really fighting, they'd be fighting more than just gun rights. The Lord said never trust thy enemy. So these 2 brothers right here, they the enemies of black people. Because they Democrats. The Democrats are an enemy to black people. That's an evil, evil, evil party because the 3-strike law happened under the Democrats. The Iran scandal happened under the Democrats. The 3-strike law, that was the Democrats that passed that. COINTELPRO happened where? Democrats, not the Republicans. That happened during what? President Nixon? President Nixon was a Democrat? No, not Nixon. Slocky. Let me hold on. Let me look that up. Slocky, give me just a second. I do not want to be wrong. No, that Iran scandal happened under Republicans. Slocky. I was wrong. Because George W.H. Bush, Mr. George W. Bush's father was the president then. He was behind that. The CIA with the drugs. Hold on, president. Okay. President Richard Nixon. President Richard Nixon. Oh, he's a Republican. Oh, Salaki. I was wrong about that too. Salaki. That happened under Republicans. So that had to be under John F. Kennedy. Okay. Salaki, I was wrong about that. Salaki. Now, well, the Lord said we should never trust our enemies, man. Don't trust these people, man. Just because these brothers are fighting and they seem like they fighting for us, they're not fighting for us. They're not fighting for black people. I'm sorry to tell you and give you the raw truth, but they're not fighting for black people. They're not. They're not fighting for us. They're not really fighting for us because they're not putting effort into fighting because black people are still strung out on drugs right now. We still got a homeless problem. We got a homeless problem. Look at the cost of living in Nashville. A one bedroom it's about $1,200 now for one bedroom. A one bedroom is $1,200. $1,200. I remember 10 years ago where rent was $400-500. Rent was $400-500. You can get a 2 bedroom, a 3 bedroom by about $500-600. One bedroom about $200, $300, $400. Depends on whatever you live in. Now we in 2023, 10 years later. Now you look at it, man. Rent is $1,200 a month for a 1 bedroom. A 2 bedroom probably about $1,400 to $1,500. A 3 bedroom is $1,800. A 3 bedroom is $1,800, and that's rent. Now imagine people that's paying mortgage, probably paying about $2,200 to $2,500. Property tax. My granny got a 2-story house paying property tax. She paying $3,500. $3,500 property tax. And you mean to tell me that these brothers are fighting for black people? I don't believe them. I don't believe these two. I don't. I think they're hypocrites. I think they're liars. You still got black people out here struggling to pay their rent. A sister told me the other day that her rent going from $1,100 to $1,300 and she got a 2-bedroom. And you mean to tell me these brothers fighting for black people? That's why the Lord said, never trust our enemy, man. Don't trust these fools. So lock it. Don't trust these fools. Now we're going to drop that. We're going to go to Ecclesiastes 40 and 28. Oh, Salaki is 48 and 28. Salaki. Is it 48 and 28? Salaki, give me a second. No. Where's that scripture? Man, I got down the wrong scripture. Salaki. Give me just a second. I wrote down the wrong one. Salaki. No, Salaki, yeah, it is. Salaki, I was at the wrong chapter. Forgive me for it. Now, we at Ecclesiasticus 40 and 28. And what it said, and the Lord said, my son, lead not a beggar's life. The Lord said, don't live a beggar's life. What are these two brothers doing? They begging. These brothers are begging. You're begging the oppressor to change his gun laws. How you going to beg a man that is blessed with the sword and love his AR-15? You going to ask him to change his gun rights? How you going to go to the devil and ask him, he's a murderous bastard, to change his gun laws? In a state where these rednecks, they love their guns. You think they're going to change that? They don't want that smoke with these rednecks. That's not our problem. That's their problem. That's their issue. These two brothers can step back. That is white problems. The Lord said, man, don't live a beggar's life. Don't live a beggar's life. Now, let's keep reading. Let's see what else the Lord said. For it's like it says, for better it is to die than to beg. The Lord said, man, it's better to die than going to beg these people to change their gun rights. The Lord said that it is better to die to even beg to get back into the Democrat Party. Okay, you got it spelled. All right. What you begging for your job back for? You going to the devil to beg for your job back? Brothers lose jobs every day. Why go back and beg the man that fired you for your job back? I see brothers get fired from their job all the time. You know what they say? The hell with their job. Go find me another one. But these two Negroes, they begging for their job back. Begging. It is better to die to be a beggar. And these two brothers begging for their job back. If I was in that political office, man, I ain't finna beg for my job back. I done got fired from jobs. I done got laid off from jobs. You think I'm finna go beg for my job back? I'm going to apply for another. It's just a slavery. That's all it is, just a job. It's just a job. I know brothers get fired from jobs all the time. But these two brothers here are slaves. Yes, sir, master, can we get our job back? Really? You're begging for your job back. Shalaki. Lord said that it's better to die than beg, man. It's better to die than beg. Lucky. Now, you're going to drop that, and we're going to go to Exodus. No, we're going to go to Ecclesiasticus 16 and 13. Because this is the whole part of why we need to separate. Not from just the oppressor, but we need to separate from brothers like this. Brothers that beg, we need to separate from them. Because we don't need to be begging nobody for anything. Except the Most High. Beg him. If you want to beg anybody, beg the Most High to get us out of this place called America. Beg the Most High to get us out of this hellhole that we're living in. If you want to beg anybody, stop going to the devil and begging him about his stinking, disgusting laws. We need to quit begging him. We need to face the east and pray and beg the Lord to have mercy on us and beg him to get us out of this hellhole called America. If we're going to beg anybody, beg the Most High, our Father for mercy. Now, we're going to go to Ecclesiastes 16 and 13. My hand is itching. No, it's a lot. It's not 16 and 13. No, that's not it. That's not it. It's Ecclesiastes. It's a lot. Ecclesiastes. 6 is 6 and 13. It's a lot, not 16. Okay, yeah, we here. Now, this devil, Gloria Johnson, she's pretending to be their friend, right? But she's an enemy. She's an enemy to black people. And these brothers do not see how she playing these brothers like they fools. She don't see that because she's getting clout. And she's getting fame off of these two brothers. Realize what these two brothers don't understand is she are using them for a political term so she can get right back in office. These brothers don't see it. These brothers are blind to the fact that this devil, Gloria Johnson, is not their friend and she is not really fighting for them. She is actually using them for a political spot to get her spot back in office. These brothers don't see that. She's not fighting for these brothers. She's fighting for herself. That's why she still got her job. And these brothers don't. She getting fame off these two brothers right here. And these brothers don't see it. So like, now, we're going to go to, 6 and 13. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 16, verse 13. Separate thyself from thy enemies. This is the Lord speaking. The Lord says, separate thyself from thy enemies. If these two brothers knew this devil right here, Gloria Johnson, was an enemy, then they would have separated from her. But they too stupid to understand that they think that she their friend and she really fighting for them. She just getting fame off these brothers. Like how the white man and the white woman always do. They always want to get fame off us. They always want to use us. This woman right here is a slithering snake. She's a snake in the grass. And these brothers don't see that because their grass too damn tall. If they cut the grass and realize that this devil right here is using these brothers for a political use to try to get back in office, these brothers are getting used. She using these brothers. And they don't see it. This is why the Lord said, separate thyself from thy enemies. Separate from the heathen. They are not your friend. They're not of you. The Lord told us a long time ago that this was going to happen. She are playing these brothers to the left, man. She are playing these brothers to the left. She are using them. And these brothers don't see it. These brothers don't see it. Like it. Just freeze. Okay. Now, what the Lord say? Never trust thy enemies, and take heed of thy friends. They taking heed of this devil right here because they think this devil is her friend, is their friend. She is not their friend. She really their enemy because she really using them. She using them. They are She is not their friend. She's not. Now, let's keep reading. Verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense. If she was a faithful friend, let me tell you something. She would have got expelled too. If she was a faithful friend, like she probably said she fight for these brothers, then she would have got expelled too. She would have got expelled. So a lot of these brothers in the world, they don't understand. Lord, forgive them. Forgive them for what they do not understand. For what they don't understand, that these are two young brothers that are just lost. They lost. They are lost. And I feel for these brothers that they trying to fight for gun rights and they trying to do what's right, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it in a wise way. These brothers need to talk to Commander Junior Hunter. Commander Junior Hunter will give them the best solution. Commander Junior Hunter will give them way better ideas on how to fight against this beast. True, they here in Tennessee, they need to. Peterson, he's in Memphis. He need to go see Captain Sagawar. Captain Sagawar will give him a better solution. Justin Jones need to give Captain 10,000 Thar a call, and he'll give him a better solution. Or go see Officer 5,000 Nashak, my thought. They will get better. These, let me tell you something. These brothers got real brothers that will fight for them. They need to call the school. They need to just call the school. They need to call Captain Thara, Captain 10,000 Soccer War, and also 5,000 Nashak Mayatha. No, they ain't call also 1,000 Naquan. They ain't call these brothers. They got solutions. They got brothers to call. They can give them solutions how to fight this beast. Salaki. What does Scripture say, verse 14? A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that have found such, and one have found a treasure, man. If these brothers trying to find a better solution, how to fix the gun rights and how to fight for black people, they'll call Captain 10,000 Thara. They'll call Captain 10,000 Saga War. They'll call also 5,000 Nashak Mayatha. Or also 1,000 Naquan. They'll call the school of Tennessee. They'll call SUBK Tennessee or Nashville or New Cowards Memphis. If these brothers are ever come across this class, call the ISUBK, man. Call Commander Junior Hunter. Call the school. We got a way better solution how to fight for black and brown people. Not going to these devils. Not going to the enemy. Because the Lord said don't trust these enemies, man. Don't trust your enemy for nothing. They're not fighting for us. They're not. Slocky. We at the end of time. Slocky. Yeah. But this is the ISUBK. Starting at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. We've been established since 1969. I am precinct officer of 500 Hakula, and that is the end of tonight's brotherhood class. And if you have any questions, and I mean any questions, okay, we still live. And if you have any questions, call the school. If anybody knows these brothers or family members or these two brothers that's fighting, get them the information of the ISUPK so they can call the school. I guarantee you that we will give them a way better solution on how to fight this beast and how to fight for black and brown people instead of going to these devils and having this devil here, Gloria Johnson, use them. Because she's not their friend at all. She's not. She's an enemy to black people. She is over Knoxville. If you look at the crimes of Knoxville, the drugs that's going on in Knoxville, she don't give a damn about black people. Because black people are suffering and dying in Knoxville right now. You got black people. I know a sister in Knoxville that's selling, they got black people selling meth on meth. She don't give a damn about these black people that live in Knoxville. Meth is a horrible drug. You got black people out there selling. I ain't even know black people selling meth. You know how dangerous it is to make meth? To be in a meth lab? One thing go wrong in a meth lab, you can blow the whole lab up. Kill yourself, kill you and everybody else in there. These brothers need to call the school. But with that, shalom.
Backstage.
You ain't no Israelite, bitch, you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a whole study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a piece holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip look like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. court, boy, I charge your asshole fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawkeye keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bought it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm